Well, g'day everybody and welcome back to Simidiom. So in the last episode we did a dry flight from the farming field that we were on. We came into Exeter, which was the sort of nearest number 2 or class 2 airport in the Bonanza. Our next leg for this is to take 3 passengers out to Merrifield Navy. We already have the passengers on board. We already have the fuel on board, which is 40 gallons. We are not too bad, actually. We are heading to Merrifield Navy, which is EGDI. So EGDI. Now this is a 9 it's a 2-leg. Well, kind of a 3-leg job, meaning we've got to fly into EGDI, into Merrifield. We've got to drop these passengers off. Then we've got to head out to another airport very close by, pick up another 3 passengers and bring them back to Merrifield Navy. So that's not too bad. So we will do that. So 4 people on board, including ourselves. Let's go to the flight tracking page. Let's head over to the flight tracking page. I'll have a sip of coffee while that's happening, as per usual. Hopefully it's not going to bum out on us, which sometimes it does. There we go. So it's not that larger. It's not that far a flight. Not far at all, in fact, to be honest. But we will be climbing again to about 2,500 feet. The elevation from our departing airport is 102, so we will climb to 2,600. And I'm assuming that we're probably going to be leaving from runway 26 again. If I just bring up our sky vector at the moment, yeah, still 310 at 9, so at 9 knots. So that's okay. We will do that. Everything is ready to go. We'll just check our controls there. Everything looks okay. Everything's okay there. Let's have a look out there. It's all right there. Still exactly the same weather. This is exactly the same as when we left previously. So we'll just check our elevators as well. Yep, everything's okay there. Trim the aircraft before I forget. I'm going to trim the aircraft for takeoff, so let's do that. Trim it to about 0 there on the gauge. Beautiful. Okay, we'll bring our mixture in. We will bring our prop to rich. Everything should be okay. Park brake is on. Fuel is set to left tank. I do need to remember to manage fuel when I'm flying this. Let's turn these on. Let's turn on our beacon lights, which is okay. Lovely, and we will start this beast up.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
There you go, everything is okay there. I'm just going to crack the throttle a little bit. We haven't been sitting around for too long before our passengers arrived, so the aircraft will still be relatively warm, so I might just bring the prop pitch back a little bit. I've already tuned in our destination as a direct flight. Let's see, outside air temperature. We are going to fly with the PDOT and the de-ice on as well, because I am a little bit concerned still about this weather. We will climb out to where are we? We will climb out to 2,600 feet, FLC mode on, and we will climb out at 100 knots. So I'm just going to bring that out. I think this beast climbs at more than 100 knots, but I'm just going to be sort of a little bit more sort of safe rather than sorry. So everything is looking good there. We need to put on our taxi lights, which are there. We'll put on our strobes and our nav lights, and we will taxi out to the runway. So there we go. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Gonna just take these guys out with our wing. That's no worries. Oh, just missed him. So you unfortunately do need to use a bit of toe brake to get this happening, so Okay, I'm just gonna stop the aircraft here. I'm gonna bring up the. There we go. I'm pretty sure we can taxi out straight ahead here. I am just going to bring up our airport chart here, and we will be taking off from. Where are we? Through here, I'm pretty sure. 06. That should be 06. No, that's 26 there. Yeah, 26 is what we are taking off on. So that's down there. So we can go straight ahead here. So we will continue to move through here. I'm going to taxi out, guys, and I will see you guys when we get out to the hold short point. All right, we're nearly at the hold short point, which is probably about here, I do believe. So we'll just park it up here. We'll put our park brake on. We'll get ourselves ready for takeoff. We can close that now. We don't need that. Yeah, that should all be okay. Alright, so what have we got? We've got landing lights on, taxi lights off, prop pitch full. One stage of flaps should be okay. We are taking off into the wind, into a pretty strong wind, I think an 8-knot wind at the moment, so slight crosswind from the right hand side at the moment. Pit out on, and propeller de-ice we will bring on when we get up there. Cow flaps are open for takeoff to make sure that the engine doesn't overheat too much. So we should be okay, guys. So here we go. Let's bring this beast out. Do a rolling start. Everything is prepared, so we should be okay for a rolling start. I am liking this Bonanza. I'm liking flying this Bonanza. We will at some point end up flying probably a twin piston land, but we will have to obviously do a certification for that. We didn't have to do a certification for this one. Alright, there's nothing coming in. We are clear there. There is nothing coming around there. We're pretty clear there. I'll reset my view, and we shall do ourselves a little bit of a rolling start. Hopefully they do start fixing up the stats of this aircraft, because it kind of makes it pointless to fly. It does use a little bit more fuel than what the Cessna does. It does take 2 extra passengers over the Cessna. However, it's supposed to cruise at 175 knots and it doesn't, so just keep that happening. You can feel it wanting to head into the wind there a little bit. So we are okay. And we are up. So we've got a positive rate there. We'll bring our gear up. We'll bring our flaps up. And I am going to engage the autopilot now, so that it flies itself out. Oh, what are you doing, autopilot? I don't know what the autopilot was doing there, to be honest. That's the problem with Microsoft Flight Sim, is sometimes with those autopilots, it really messes you up sometimes when you put it on. We're supposed to be climbing out. We're supposed to be climbing out to. I'm just going to pick up speed. We are supposed to be climbing out at a couple of 100 knots. FLC mode on. Vertical speed is supposed to be 100 knots. You know what? I'm going to put... no, I'm not going to put that on. I'm going to put that on. Come on. This is the problem with the stupid autopilot. Alright, I'm just going to take control of this aircraft, because I'm not happy with what this autopilot's trying to do. There we go. Seriously. It's thrown the trim all the way up. All the way up. I'm going hard on downward trim here. Come on. I'm going absolutely full on hard on downward trim there. And it doesn't want to do it, so Oh man, I've had that happen a few times with the autopilots in some of these aircraft, seriously. I'm just going to bring that down. Let's reduce our throttle just a little bit. And we shall try that again, guys, I think. Let's try bringing on our FLC mode. Try climbing out at... see, the flight director is going absolutely bunter. Absolutely bunter. Let's give it a go again and see what it does. Nope. No, it's just messing up. All right, guys, I'm just gonna have to fly this by hand for a sec. See, it's trimmed all the way up again. So we're obviously having some sort of autopilot malfunction. So what we want to do is we want to bring our heading in. We want to do heading and altitude. There we go. Come on. I don't know why it's still trying to do it. It's not working. It is not working. Altitude mode on. It should be holding this altitude. There we go. Now it's starting to tone down a little bit and settle. Geez, that really annoys me. It really does annoy me. We're supposed to be doing our heading as well. There we go. It's still trying to climb the aircraft. It is still trying its hardest to climb the aircraft. This is really upsetting me, guys, at the moment. What the hell is going on? Look at that. Look at the trim. It's I'm actually holding full stick down at the moment, trying to get this aircraft to stable itself when the autopilot's on. Look, I need to know what's going on. I don't know, it's some sort of malfunction. Some sort of malfunction. Have any of you guys had this issue before? I've had it a couple of times before. I'm going to turn the flight director off. Disengage the autopilot, and I'm just going to have to fly this entire thing by hand, I think, guys. Which is not really what you want to do. It's not the idea of having an autopilot, is it? Still wants to try and trim itself up. That was actually at maximum upwards trim, that was. Like absolute maximum. So... I hope they certainly sort that out at some point in time. Alright, let's try and trim this so that it just sits at this altitude. We're going to drop the throttle down to 23. Bring the revs down to 23 so that we can cruise. There we go. And now trim the nose of the aircraft up. And hopefully... See, now we are sitting now with a tailwind, we are sitting at 150 knots. 150 knots. Alright, we're going to turn into our GPS track here now. Alright guys, I will see you when we start getting close. We are 17 nautical miles out of Merrifield, so... Okay guys, we've got Merrifield just off to our left here. We will be coming around and landing on that threshold there, which will be okay. I'm just reducing my altitude a little bit. I'm just going to bring the speed down quite a bit as well. I had to pretty well fly that entire thing by hand, believe it or not, guys. That autopilot would just not work. I gave it another bit of a try, unfortunately unsuccessfully. So when after we land, I will have to probably reset the sim, I would say, just to make sure that we're okay, and that hopefully it resets the autopilot. All right, we are looking pretty good. Just waiting to get into that white arc there. I'm going to throw 1 and 2 stages of flaps. We're also going to drop our landing gear. Okay, speed the aircraft up a little bit now. And make sure our mixture's rich and our prop is full. And we will turn around now because of this weather. Just want to get around as best as I can. There's our runway there. If we maintain this, we should be okay. I do believe we're sitting on about 80 knots, 87 knots. Just gonna. There we go, lovely. That's okay. Just bring it in nice and slowly.
Wind 270 at 8 knots.
Alright, 270 at 8 knots. Pretty well head on. We may need a little bit more oomph into it. We're probably a little bit low at the moment. Do our checks. Let's have a look. 3 green, flaps are down, landing light is on. Everything is looking okay. Not gonna. Should be all right coming into here now. This is the airport that doesn't have any runway lights and doesn't have any taxiway lights either, which I find strange for a naval airport, sort of a military airport. But there you go. There you go. This is that one that we had to taxi out at and take off at night, and we didn't really have super duper landing lights, which weren't lighting up the runway too much. So, all right, I probably got a little bit high there, but that's okay. $70 knots, still got enough speed in. We'll just bring her down gently. There we go. A little bit of floating there. Come on, Simi.
Landing time locked.
Alright, that wasn't too bad, to be honest. We'll feather that prop. We'll bring up our airport chart, which is right there. I think we are going to the left, so we'll probably roll through to the end of the runway there. Okay, we no longer need our PIDOT, so we will turn that off. We'll bring our flaps up 2 stages. Let's make sure that they're coming up. Yep, they're okay. Beautiful. Alright, continue rolling. Yeah, no airport lights at all. None at all, so it's a bit crazy really. Alright, so hopefully we won't be leaving here at night next time. We will be leaving here after we've dropped these passengers off and doing a quick hop and coming back here again. But thankfully the weather around here is okay. It's not a very long flight, and we're going to do it this episode anyway, so perfect. Right, that terrible turning circle. I am full left rudder there, so I have to put a little bit of brake on. Alright, beautiful. Landing lights off, taxi lights on. Everything else is looking okay there. So we will taxi up here and we will park up and get prepared to take off for our next flight, which I'm looking forward to as well. It's been a challenging one with this weather and with this autopilot malfunction. I don't know what's going on there. It has happened to me a few times before in Microsoft Flight Sim, and I have heard a lot of people complaining about it as well. So it's one of those things. Alright guys, I'm going to park this aircraft up. I'm going to taxi back. I'm going to park this aircraft up and then I will see you guys when we get into the hangar and we will load our next passengers. So, alright guys, back in the hangar there. Did not get any of our aircraft bonuses. Got a minus 0.47 reputation change because of that stupid autopilot and stupid Microsoft Flight Sim. Sorry, not stupid Microsoft Flight Sim. I do love it, but seriously, I don't know. We got a 5% bonus there, which kind of counteracted some of the stuff. I didn't turn off Z1 stall. Didn't turn off the beacons. Didn't turn off the beacons on shutdown. So anyway, that was in effect well, it was a poor flight, but not because of my flying. It wasn't my fault. In effect, I don't like to, I know a good tradesman doesn't blame his tools. However, so our next flight that we are doing now is we are heading across to Yeovilton, which is just over here. We're going to pop over here, pick up some passengers, and then pop back here and drop them off at Merrifield again. So. Let's go in and set this aircraft up. There we go. Okay, everything should be okay fuel-wise. We need to load those passengers. Let's see. Let's packs to board. There are no passengers to board here. We are doing a empty flight for this one because we are picking the passengers up from Yeovilton. So let's just go in here and connect to the sim. Make sure that there are no passengers on board, which there aren't. We're heading to EGDY on this one. EGDY, which is Yeovilton. We will go to the flight tracking page, and what I'm going to do is, I know we're doing this, but this is the way that you set it up on Air Company Manager. So don't blame me for flying off with no passengers on board. Very, very, very short flight there. So I'm going to set this up, and I might fly over, and I will see you when we are coming into EGDY. Or otherwise this episode's going to sort of explode, and then we'll pick up the passengers there, and then we'll head back again. So I'll see you then, guys. Okay guys, we are going to run a left base for a left traffic for runway 27. So I'm just going to start slowing the aircraft down here, let it descend a little bit. That's our aircraft just off our runway. That's our runway. Yeah, that's our airport just off to the left there. And that is the runway. That's the opposite end of the runway that we're going to be landing at. So I'll just slow this beast down a little bit. Get everything prepared for landing. Slow down a little bit so that we can put in our first stage of flaps. We'll come in here, we'll land and pick these passengers up and then head back. It's only like 11 nautical miles, I think, so it's almost a waste of time. But unfortunately, we couldn't come over here and pick these passengers up on top of the previous passengers that we had due to seat constraints. So beautiful. All right, let's go one stage of flaps now. Beautiful. It's starting to fog in a little bit. Hopefully we will be able to pick these people up, get them on board, and and have them back at Merrifield in time before it gets too fogged in, and then we're probably going to end up having to spend a little bit of time there waiting for the weather to clear, I think. So this is our runway just here. This is one we are going to land at. Everything is looking good. We are reducing our altitude, which is fine. Our speed's fine at this point in time. I'm just going to trim up a little bit. Come on, you can trim up, you can trim up. Now I did test out the autopilot on my way over here, despite it being a short hop, and by resetting the sim it has sorted that problem. Let's just put a little bit more oomph in. Okay, there you go. Waiting for the runway threshold to be at our 45, and once it's at our 45 we shall come on, you're not supposed to be climbing. You're not supposed to be climbing. Once it's at our 45 we will turn around. That's looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to reduce the speed. I'm going to bring another stage of flaps down, and I am going to bring our gear down now. We'll wait for 3 green. We've got 3 green, flaps are down, light is on. Landing light is on, everything is okay. Going to bring our speed up just a touch. So we will turn base, which is about there. That's pretty good. Right, we'll just keep this happening, and we shall turn final any second now. Alright, let's turn final now, so we should be okay. And bring the speed up just a touch.
Wind 270 at 8 knots.
270 at 8 knots. Same wind that we've had for all of our flights today, which is pretty good. Just going to reset that view. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. Lovely. Keep our eye on our speed. It's all looking pretty good. A direct head-on wind coming in. All the runway orientations have been in our favour today. All looking good. Everything's getting a bit dark out there, isn't it? So we will get this done. We will pick these passengers up and get over to pick these guys up and get back to Merrifield as soon as we can without delay. Our AI pilot has finished her run. I am expecting that she will be due for sleep very, very shortly, so I don't think there's any point in us sending her out onto another job. So, but all looking good, all looking good. I'm actually starting to enjoy this aircraft. She's doing quite well, to be honest. A little bit high. Just getting used to the nuances of it and how she flies, so let's bring that nose back, bleed some speed off. Bleed some speed off. There we go, happy with that. Oh, not bad at all, not bad at all. Let's feather the prop. We might roll through this runway here. Or is this a taxiway? We might have actually made the taxiway. Perfect. Very, very happy with that. Alright, we'll roll around here. I have to use brakes, unfortunately. I have to use left toe brake to get us around there. Let's turn the landing light off, turn the taxi light on. We'll bring our flaps up now. 2 stages. Everything's looking okay. Just a little bit of that. Make sure the cow flaps are open. Keep the engine cool. And we shall just taxi into here, guys. And end up going across this runway. We should be okay. There shouldn't be anybody coming in on that. Everybody should be coming on 27 anyway. Not that I ever see any traffic in this program. Even with live traffic on, I never see any traffic at all, so there you go. What can I say? Okay, here we are. Everything seems to be perfectly fine. 0.05 after losing that 0.49 on the previous leg. I tell you, not happy about that at all. Can't do much about it, unfortunately. Let's just have a quick squiz at. She's actually probably ready for another flight, by the looks of it. Her duty ends at 8:42 p.m. It's now 13:50, so we could probably give her another flight. So let's have a look at what she's got at the airport that she is at. Let's have a look at trips number 2s. Oh, nothing. Where is she at? She is at EGVP. Yes, she is. All right, let's have a squiz. That really surprises me. That actually surprises me a lot. Let's see. Trips very short. Query Logistics Center. Nothing. Phew. Okay. Let's try medium trips. See what they've got. Nothing at all. Okay, so search surrounding airports for medium trips. Small trips, sorry. Okay. All right then. That's where she currently is. What have we got? Goods transport for £453, and that is from EGDM to EGBE. Just going to scribble this one down, guys. We've got EGDM to EGBE. It's £453. 453. It's worth 9,000. It's worth nearly 10,000. So what we are going to do is we will set her up. Let's take that job there. Lovely. Let's go back to aircraft there. Wasn't planning on doing this, but we will do it. So the Cessna Skyhawk. We will add a new work order. It will be a 2-hop work order, seeing as how there was nothing there. So where is she currently? She's at EGVP. So we will go from EGVP across to EGDM, I think it was. EGDM. Which is she's got, really don't want to fuel up that much, please. What's the fuel worth at this airport? It's a little bit hard to know. All right, we will do this. She is going to be the pilot. After that, we will go from EGDM. We will pick up 453 pounds of cargo, and we will go to EGBE. EGBE will be our destination. That's 74 nautical miles. We will need sort of almost double that. So what we might do is just fuel her up to there anyway, because we do need to do that. So she can fuel up there. Let's see. Everything else is all right. Everything is okay there, and that will be the end of that trip. So let's fire that up. She can leave straight away. So hopefully it doesn't bum out on us. There we go, and she is off. All right, sweet. Next one is us. We are preparing our flight. We're going to pick up 3 passengers. We are going to leave the fuel as it is. We will pick up these passengers, 3 executives going to EGDI, which is our job. Let's confirm and go fly now. There we go. Lovely. Connecting. We are going to EGDI. EGDI back to Merrifield Navy. Cardiff. They are. There we go. They are loading that up now. Everything is okay there. Let's go to our flight tracking page. Passengers are on board. Okay, here we are. Let's see. Let's get this all started up now. Bring those on. PIDOT on. We will put our beacon on. See now, I don't know whether it classes your let's just confirm and activate that. Lovely. Let's turn that off. We will bring our flight plan down. Oh, there we go. Now I don't know whether it classes when you turn the when you actually start turning the prop as starting the aircraft or not. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I may have messed that up as well. Let's go into there. Park brake is on. Go into there, bring that up. Beautiful. It should be okay. Everything should be warm, so we should be fine to just start up.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the
Beautiful.
engines.
Lovely. Well, I'm just going to bring that prop pitch down so that we don't overheat too much. We have our cowl flaps on. We need to trim for takeoff, which is right there. Lovely. Taxi lights on. Strobe and nav lights on. The PIDOT is on. Everything looks okay. Temperature out there is 14 degrees Celsius, which isn't too bad, but because there's cloud around, if it was a clear day, I mightn't worry about that. Let's turn that on so that we can see what we're doing a little bit better. We will be taking off again from runway 27, which is at 265. So I'm going to taxi out there, guys, and I will see you when we are ready for takeoff. Alright guys, we are nearly at the hold short point for 27. Let's get this aircraft set up and ready to go. We will just bring him up to here. There we go, lovely. Alright, perfect. One stage of flaps. Taxi lights off, landing lights on, mixture and prop are full. Cowl is open, our trim is set, everything is okay there. PIDOT is on, and we'll just confirm those flaps. Lovely. Alright, and we are ready to roll. So let's do this. Let's get these 3 passengers back down to Merrifield, and that will be 6 passengers that we have delivered there for this episode. So that's pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. Let's maybe do a rolling start. I don't think we really need to full stop. Confirm there's no traffic. There is no traffic. We'll roll out onto 26. And we are here. And off we go. Lovely. There we go. Try and counteract that torque. Okay, so we're within airspeed, everything's looking good, and off we go, guys. Off we go.
Airborne time clock.
And positive rate, so gear up, flaps up. Let's just bring the prop pitch back a little bit. We are pretty well heading directly out, so we are not going to bother too much about any type of autopilot or anything other than for testing purposes, but I think we're fine with that anyway. Let's just get in track there. We are going to land pretty well, come straight in and land directly on runway 27, so we'll bring our nose up just a little bit. flaps are still down. I did press that button, but it obviously did not work. Alright, let's turn into here. As you can see, we are only 9.7 nautical miles from our destination, so don't want to climb too far. I should really be climbing up to at least 1100 feet. Out we go. We're nearly there, guys. We are nearly at 1100 feet and we are nearly at our destination as well. So there we go, that should be good. Let's just trim the aircraft out there. Let's drop our throttles and stuff down. What are you doing? Stupid trim. Trim, 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 guys. Trim. Don't want to be climbing. Flight registered EGVP to EGDM. Ah, she's arrived. Alright, beautiful. That's lovely. Okay, let's just have a quick squiz out here. We see our runway there. We cannot see our runway. We are not very far out either, so sometimes it can play funny buggers with you. Aircraft ready, cargo 453 pounds. She is ready to go. Fuel on board 23.8 gallons. Beautiful. Alright, being 6.5 nautical miles out, I'm just going to take this easy here. We should be almost directly in line with the runway, to be honest. Let's have a squiz. Still can't see it out there. Still can't see it out there. Let's just let this aircraft sort itself out. There we go, beautiful. Sweet. I wish the airports had a little bit better visual range on them. Okay, let's go one stage of flaps. Let's get rid of that notification as well. Beautiful. Have a squiz out there again. There's our runway right there. Beautiful. Alright, lovely. Just popped into view. Just popped into view. Just bring that prop pitch fully forward. Ready for landing. Bring our landing gear down now. Reduce our speed just a little. Confirm 3 green, flaps at 1 stage, landing lights are on, mixture is rich, prop is full, and cow flaps I've left on. Alright, lovely. Just trim the aircraft out a little bit. Final job for this episode. Absolutely perfect. It's a nice hop straight out of one runway straight into another one, so I think everything is looking okay. We probably need to just slow the aircraft down a little bit more now that we are here. Bring the nose up just a tad, a little bit of trim there. We will go one final stage of flaps. I don't know why they couldn't just drive over here. It's not very far. But you know, if they want to pay us 20 grand, if the Navy want to pay us 20 grand to fly these guys around, then I'm happy with that. Super happy with that. 19,800 for this job. For this 2-leg job, which was too hard to refuse. So obviously the English government pay quite well, guys, quite well. Let's just do that. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Let's give ourselves a little bit more oomph. It's starting to get a little bit too low. All right, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Happy with that. 76 knots. In we come. Very, very happy with the kisses I am doing in this aircraft. Quite happy with the way I'm landing it. Very, very happy. All right, there we go.
Landing time locked.
Beautiful.
Landed at Echo Golf Delta, India. Maryfield, Navy.
Fluff that up a little bit across this runway. And we've been here like a couple of minutes ago, so we know exactly what we are doing. Landing time logged. Coming around here. We'll roll out here. Lovely. Roll out on this runway. That's good. And heading out to there, guys. Nice. Let's change our taxi lights. Come on, you can go off. There we go. Power operated flaps, that's very, very nice. And roll in. I think these guys are supposed to be going over to these buildings over here, so we will taxi over to there and drop them off, which is where we dropped off the other people, so everything will be good. Let's just it's a new camouflage that these Navy guys are wearing. As you can see, it works really, really well. It adapts to their environment, so we can't see them. And around we go. No aircraft coming, no aircraft coming. Yeah, big naval aircraft coming in here. Alright, yes, we know that there's low RPMs. We have done that on purpose. Okay, this is where we dropped the last guys off at, so we shall drop these ones off in the same spot. In exactly the same spot. There we go. Very picky, these naval guys. They don't like to walk. So we do need to make sure that we do drop them off right where they need to be, which is right here. We'll turn the aircraft into the wind because we are going to park it up for quite a few hours this time. We won't be taking off again anytime soon, so we shall bring him around here, point his nose into the wind, just like that. Beautiful. And a little bit of park brake. All right, there you go. That is another good flight right there. Another 0.05%. We need to work on that a lot now after that 0.42. Let's see. She is on her way. We are happy. I'm really happy with what she's doing. She will probably get up to there, and might be time for her to. Let's see, 8:42 p.m. I can probably before I log off, I'll probably give her another job from where she is going now. But there you go, guys. We have done that. Everything is going quite well. We have done. Let's have a look at our flight logs quickly, just before we go. You can have a look at. You can see all of the jobs that we have done so far. And as I said, I have done a couple of jobs off camera, and also I think I did a couple of jobs on stream as well at one point. So there you go. You can see the ones that the AI pilot has flown. She has been extremely busy, definitely earning her money. So she's flown just as many as what we have. So there we go, guys. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode of Simiair. Thanks, guys.